Yo, still Bills, what's the dizzle, man? Yo, I'm officially a college student again, man. I just came up here, got my book and everything. We finna be bilingual in the next year and a half, 2 years. I know that for a fact, man. But peep game, man. I saw some shit that it just, these fans never cease to amaze me when it comes to the logic that they use to discredit somebody. It's just the most bizarre and ass backwards line of thinking you can ever. I don't even understand how this shit formulates in your brain, man. So now I'm seeing Anthony Joshua isn't elite anymore because he lost to Usyk twice, arguably the best fighter on the planet. He's top two. He's top two. At this point in time, he's top two. That's not up for debate. That is not up for debate. Usyk is one or two, number one or two in the world. That's not up for debate. Nobody can argue that. So now I'm hearing Joshua, he's only a cash cow. He's not elite. He'll never be a champion again. He's washed all because he lost to him. But I'm still seeing all praises sung for Deontay Wilder when he just suffered 2 knockout losses by arguably the best heavyweight in the world. Like, it's the biggest contradiction in the world. Both fighters lost to the top 2 heavyweights in the world. One finished both fights on his feet. One of them got finished off before the 12th. And one is perceived as still an elite fighter. And the other one isn't. That shit baffles me. Like, it's not consistent. It's the inconsistency, man. AJ made adjustments for that rematch. He made significant adjustments. He went to the body more. He moved his upper torso more. He used his jab more. He applied pressure a little bit more. Usyk is just the sharper fighter. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it fucking is. Deontay Wilder made the only adjustment he made. He only utilized it in 1 round, and that was going to the body. And even with him going to the body, it wasn't the punch selection necessary to go to the body with. You don't throw straights at the body. You don't throw 1s and 2s at the body. You do most definitely to get them to drop their guard. Yeah, most definitely you do that. But when we meant go to the body, we meant jab, step in behind it, hook off to the body, uppercut to the body. Throw the punches that are, conducive to that, for being in that close quarter with somebody. For being in that particular space with somebody. Why do I want to bang the body with 1s and 2s? You're not going to get as much leverage as hooks and uppercuts on the inside. Mind you, he was breathing in the second round with his mouth wide open. Deontay Wilder. And there, he scored a knockdown. All right, yeah, he scored a knockdown. Do we want to say that second knockdown was a knockdown? I don't know. Fuck it, give it to him. He scored 2 knockdowns. But what after that? He got hurt in the first round with a body shot. Got dropped in the next round. He came back. He scored 2 knockdowns. I bet that. Good shit. He got battered for the rest of the fight. Battered. I'm not talking it was competitive. No, it was entertaining. That's what people aren't getting. That's what people aren't being honest about. The fight was entertaining. Wilder showed heart. He showed dog. He showed all of that, most definitely. But it wasn't a competitive fight. He was getting his ass beat. He was getting his ass beat from pillar to post. He landed a few shots, head-snapping visual shots that made, oh shit, all right, cool. He said, what's up? He said, what's up? He's saying, what's up? And after that, it'd be back to ordinary mode. Even the shots that he got through, it didn't land with enough effect to the point where it would force Fury to fall back. There was no snap on the shots. Because the shots that he was landing at that particular time are not shots that he's developed. He's never developed the uppercut. He's never developed hooks. He's never even developed a jab. And with his as inefficient of a boxer that he is, he's still deemed as an elite heavyweight. And he doesn't even have the close to the resume of a fucking Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua goes 24 rounds with arguably the pound for pound #1 fighter on the planet. Clearly makes adjustments. And the pressure that he put on Usyk had Usyk breathing out of his mouth. Wide open. That man was going off of endurance. That man was going off of fumes. But he was able to make it work and get and squeeze out them the 10th, 11th, to 12th round. So how is it that Joshua is denigrated, but Deontay Wilder is praised? I do not understand that. I do not understand that. We can clap at Anthony Joshua all day. We can, oh man, he ain't this, he's chinny, he ain't this and then the third. He's a bodybuilder. He ain't this, he ain't that. Yada yada yada. All of those deficiencies that y'all claim the dude has, it got him to be a 3-belt world champion. He unified 3 belts, dethroning 2 champions, and a multitude of elite fighters in the division. Povetkin only lost once. Pulev, I think, only lost once. Joseph Parker, Dillian White. These are top heavyweights. These are top heavyweights. Charles Martin was undefeated at that time. Dominic Breazeale was undefeated at that time. He's done all of this. And he's still met with slanderous bullshit ass remarks, while Deontay Wilder is praised off of beating Luis Ortiz, who we have been seeing, especially since January, when he steps up and fights an opponent who has fought somebody before and can give him a certain amount of resistance. He looks vulnerable. He looked vulnerable against Charles Martin. He looked vulnerable against Charles Martin. Badly vulnerable against Charles Martin. Dropped twice. We have not seen Luis Ortiz touch the canvas outside of Deontay Wilder. Since Wilder, he's touched the canvas 5 times. 5 times. That's what happens when you step up. That's what happens when you step up. And the fact that that was a step-up fight for Deontay Wilder and his best fight, that's alarming. Because as much shit as y'all gave Anthony Joshua for steamrolling Charles Martin had that man looking as dumb as you can possibly look in the boxing ring. What is that? It just is. I'm like, man, did y'all even begin to think before y'all say shit? I'm like, this is the most bizarre boxing takes I've ever heard in my life. Anthony Joshua isn't elite no more because he lost twice in 24 rounds to arguably the best fighter in the world. Fuck his resume, fuck his accolades that he's attributed to the sport. But Deontay Wilder doesn't make it past the 12th. He doesn't make it to the 12th in his last 2 fights with arguably the best heavyweight in the world, who was deemed a feather-fisted puncher up until that fight, but he's still elite. He's fought 1 top 10 heavyweight. And he's about to fight. Well, no, he's beat 1 top 10 heavyweight. In 40 plus fights, he's beat 1 top 10 heavyweight. Officially top 10. Officially. 1. He's beat 1. And then when he beats him, oh yeah, all right, cool. Tyson Fury gets a gift draw in that first fight and gets battered in the second 2. And now he's about to fight another top 10 heavyweight who was his sparring partner, who's lost the fighters that he's lost to. And I'm not mad at that fight. Like I said before, I'm not mad at that fight. You need a softer touch as a comeback fight. But I don't even think this is a softer touch, because I think Helenius can beat him. I think Helenius can beat him. The point of the fact of the matter is the inconsistency in logic as it pertains to Wilder and Joshua. Joshua is wildly disrespected. They violate this man anytime they can. And it's just like, it's no shame. It's no shame. It's no shame whatsoever. I just you want, like, they want, like, I'm looking at it from their convoluted paradigm. These, these quote unquote boxing fans, they wish Canelo had the same, followed the same blueprint that Anthony Joshua did or does, as it pertains to honoring his mandatories. Because they're still stuck on the fact that, oh man, shit, Charlo and Andre been his mandatory since 54. Y'all want him to go and fight. Y'all are begging so bad for him to go and fuck them niggas up. Anthony Joshua does it. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fighting Luis Ortiz. Never mind the fact that he sent Luis Ortiz a fucking contract for $7 million during the when Miller popped dirty. That doesn't matter though. None of that shit matters. That doesn't matter. So who cares about that? That speaks against our narrative. We don't want to acknowledge that. We get a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment for banging on Anthony Joshua. So we're not going to speak on that shit. We're not going to speak on Joshua sending that man a $7 million contract that his team fucking rejected. We're not going to do that. It goes against the grain. I don't want to go against the grain. This shit is sickening while listening to you niggas in these boxing spaces talk about this dude. Because it's no shame. Y'all have no shame. No valid points that y'all make. It is just putrid sit back listening to you fuck faces talk greasy about this dude. And I hope that same energy that permeated through him after he lost to Usyk, when he barking on everybody, snatching the mic from everybody, throwing belts, I hope he keeps that energy. I hope he keeps that energy. And fucks any nigga up that he fights next. I hope he keeps that energy. He needs that dog. He needs that dog. He needs to get on demon time with you motherfuckers. I hope he does. I really hope he does. And when he does, it's really gonna be problems. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this shit, man. Keep the same fucking energy, my nigga. Keep the same fucking energy. Get that man the admiration, because the niggas that y'all are claiming ain't fighting nobody and is ducking motherfuckers. You can't say that about him to this day. No pun intended. Fuck out of here.